In this video, we're going to talk about how your social advertising strategy needs to match up with the different levels of awareness that are important in your messaging whenever you're creating a social advertising strategy. So my name is Tracy Reuter, and I am the CEO of Divine Social. We are a Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat. We're a social advertising agency. And this is a video in a series of videos that I've been doing, walking you through the foundational steps that are absolutely critical for any social ad strategy. So we've run millions of dollars of ads for clients in the creative space, in the e-commerce space, in the transformational coaching, consulting, info product space. And we've seen time and time again that these strategies are the same strategies we are executing on a day in and day out basis, no matter the platform and no matter what changes from a tactic standpoint. And so I really want to make sure I help you to get your foundations right, because if you can get your foundations right, then you can adapt to any type of tactic or change that comes in the future. Okay, so if you've caught some of my previous videos, let me give you a quick refresher on the strategy, because the strategy always starts with the customer journey, and this is very, very important. And when we talk about the customer journey, we're talking about the psychological place that people are at in their buying process, okay? Not the actual behavioral, but where they are mentally. So everything starts with understanding this customer journey. And again, this is a typical customer journey. There's different models, but this is a pretty standard one that begins with awareness and ends with advocacy. The goal is to get people to purchase from you, to buy your products, to buy your services, ideally to buy them again and again, to buy different products, to buy different services that you have, and then to tell people about it, to be raving fans, to be advocates who are telling other people about how amazing you are. Now, in order to get to that place, you have to go through some steps in order to get people to be ready to purchase. Now, often what a lot of people do is they focus only on the behavioral customer journey, right? So this is psychological. This is a psychological customer journey, whereas the behavioral customer journey that a lot of people focus on really has to do with clicking through your sales page and all of that. And that's not what we're talking about. If that's where you're focusing, then I want to encourage you to go back and watch the prior videos that I've done on this topic so that you can really understand this, because this really is this process is really important, because this is the secret sauce behind how we've been able to scale our clients. If you really want to be able to scale and grow your business through your social ad campaigns, then you have to have solid strategy that's going to work no matter what happens, in with tactics. Now, one client of ours in particular, when we first started running their ads, they were spending about $1,500 per month on their ads. And today they're spending over $500,000 per month on their ads. Big change. Okay. So this works. This is time again tested to work. The strategy works no matter what. And we really want to help you overlay your particular business on top of the strategy. Okay. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, let's start diving into what's going to be a little bit different on this video. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the levels of awareness. And this is the strategy that you have to have for your creatives and your copy. So the words, the images, the videos, whatever it is that you're doing, this is really, really important. Now, this is sort of an inverse of the one that I shared with you when we were talking about traffic temperatures. We're going to start at the bottom of the slide today, and we're going to talk about the very beginning, which is people who are completely unaware. Now, these levels of awareness come from a book called Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz. It is a timeless classic, extremely difficult to get your hands on a copy of it. I think an original copy is somewhere like $500, but there's all sorts of information on the internet. You can Google Eugene Schwartz and Breakthrough Advertising. If you ever can get your hands on a PDF or a copy of the book, I highly recommend it. So if you look at this process, it starts at the bottom with unaware. These are people who have no knowledge of any kind of what you do, of your product, of your service, of how you could help them. They are completely clueless, okay? The unaware is the bottom. The second level of awareness, as we ascend up the process, these are people who are problem aware. Now, they know they have a problem, okay, but they have no idea that there's a solution. They have no idea, right? So they know they have a problem in their life and they don't have any idea how to fix it. So that's the next level of awareness. The third level of awareness is going to be solution aware. These are people that know they have a problem and they know a solution exists, but they're not necessarily aware of you. Now, the first two, problem aware and unaware, those are very difficult to move people, well, especially the unaware, to move somebody from completely clueless that they have a problem to them realizing like, oh my gosh, not only do I have a problem, but I need to find a solution and I want to buy from you. right? So the bottom two are the hardest. It gets easier to convert into customers the higher up in this process you go. So solution aware, again, they know that they have a problem. They know there's a solution. They don't know that you provide it. The next level up would be your product aware. Now, these are people who know they have a problem, they know there's a solution, and they're aware of your product. They're just not sure, right? They're not sure that your product or service is the right solution. Okay, so they're not quite sure yet. And then the highest level of awareness, what we call most aware, would be deal ready. These are people who know about you. They know about your solution. They know about all of that. They're just waiting for the right timing. Sometimes these are people who are waiting for a deal. Think about Black Friday. This has become very, very common where people know that they want to buy something and they know the best time of year to buy it is Black Friday. And so they're waiting. They're waiting to purchase until the right time to get the right deal. Now, all of these things are happening all the time and they're happening on top of the customer journey. And let's actually overlay them so you can kind of see what this looks like. So the different levels, right? The different levels of awareness during the customer journey, you can see from awareness to advocacy, you start off with interest. And these are typically people who are solution aware. They know that there's a solution out there. Consideration, they are aware of your product. They know that you have a solution for them, specifically that you have it, right? And so as you keep going through, you can look like pre-purchase is going to be they're aware of your product. They're aware, of your particular solution. And they're just, or they're waiting for a deal, right? That's the pre-purchase stage. Purchase, they could be ready for a deal. Retention, they're ready for a deal, right? They're looking for that valued customer coupon to buy again. That happens all the time, right? Where you order something for the first time and you get a discount for your next order because they want to retain you as a customer. So if you notice, this is really, really important. None of these steps address the people who are in the unaware stage or the problem aware consumers. Okay. So when you're thinking about this customer journey, we talked in another video about the different traffic temperatures, and now we're talking about the different levels of awareness. And if you remember on the previous video, if you didn't watch it, I want to encourage you to go do that. Most of the steps in this customer journey, none of them include level 1 traffic. It's all level 2 and above. Now, in this one, we are completely not capturing people who are unaware and problem aware. Okay, so this is kind of why sometimes when people launch campaigns, they launch social advertising campaigns for the first time, and it does really well out of the gate, and then it doesn't do so well after a little while. Part of the reason for that is because, number one, there is definitely something with the algorithms, right? The social platform algorithms will look for low-hanging fruit in the beginning. But a lot of times what's happening is people who are in these higher levels of awareness are going to see your advertising and they're going to take action. And that's great. That's really, really great. But what happens for you long term? Your costs go up, you get frustrated, you're not thinking it's working. And this is what is preventing so many people from actually scaling their advertising, scaling their social ads in a way that can help you grow and scale your actual business. So this is super, super important. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a cliffhanger here. So the question becomes, how do you move level 1 traffic, that cold traffic, to the awareness stage? How do we even get them onto that customer journey? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this for a future video. I want to encourage you, if you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, go ahead and click the button and the bell next to it so you get notified every single time that we put out a new video. Because I want to make sure we take you along this journey so that you can develop really, really good working knowledge of how to develop a strategy that's going to work across any platform. It's going to work on any social advertising platform that will stand the test of time, and all of the changes, all the constant changes to digital advertising and Facebook platforms and Instagram platforms and the Pinterest platform. It all changes all the time. So make sure you subscribe. And then if you've got a question or a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and leave that below. Tell me about, have you used these levels of awareness? Have you overlaid a strategy, a customer journey strategy into your social ad campaigns, into your social ad strategy? How has it worked for you? I would love to hear from you. So make sure you subscribe, because we're going to come back on the next video and we're going to answer this question. How do you move level 1 traffic, cold traffic, to the awareness stage? So with that, my name is Tracy Reuter. The best is yet to come, and we'll see you on the next video.